Hi. So it's New Year's, and I figured I had to check in and say something. I've been thinking about this all day because I didn't want to be maudlin, a word I've used too much lately, and I didn't want to be negative at the end of this abysmal year. I mean, good things happened. For sure, good things happened. But, you know, one could go into all the things, I suppose, that are bothering me. And things bother me all the time. Every day, something bothers me. And every day, I try and find something to make me happy. And it doesn't always work. I used to call myself a pessimistic optimist. And I've felt the last couple of years like I'm much more of a pessimist, which has to do with age and the shape of the world. There's no question. I mean, okay, throw something negative in, Trace, because that's just your nature. I was feeling really pessimistic and have been a sadness at the death of Tatiana Schlossberg at the age of 35, a year after she gave birth to a baby, of a horrible firestorm of leukemia. And then the abysmal response from DJT after he's trying to get her father's name, her grandfather's name taken off the Kennedy Center, and the terrible things he said about the family the day she died. And this is the country we live in. And I didn't really want to talk about that. But all these things just piss me off so much. The legal system. Don't even get me started what I've been going through with the legal system today. But the other day, I was going over all my stuff that I'm using for my book, which is really the history of my life and all the letters from my family and all the. It's too much to talk about. And the young man Alec, who's helping me, looked at me and goes, "Why aren't you dead? Like, why didn't you kill yourself going through all this?" And I said, well, I never took drugs and I never anesthetized. I just sort of barreled my way through problems, with an eye on what would happen in the future that was good. I had a very active fantasy life. It's become less active the older I get. And I just kind of always thought I was going to make it work out, that my sheer will would make things better, that I could change situations and move mountains. And I did move some mountains, and I have moved some mountains, and there are situations I never could change. But I try and be optimistic, and it doesn't always come off that way. So this year, at the end of this year, this abysmal year, as we go into another abysmal year, I mean, I have one great thing. I leave in the morning to go see, well, he's not here yet. My first grandchild, little boy, is arriving this weekend. So that's something really, really especially fantastic that's happening. So I decided what I was going to do. I had this idea for a long time because I've talked about I'm a big journaler. I'm a big writer down of everything in notebooks, and I decided that I was going to start a new journal this year. Every morning that I was going to do this because it's called. I know it's very simple, guys. It's not like I'm doing anything to change the earth, but I'm doing something to hopefully change my mindset every day because I have a lot to get through. And it's called Bad Things, Good Things. And every day I'm going to write down the bad things I'm focused on. Now, why am I putting the bad things first? I'm putting the bad things first because that's what's eating away at me. Whether it be the politics, whether it be the fact that 18 million people are going to die because we got rid of US aid, whether it be because a friend died, whether it be because of all the problems I'm having in my own personal life, whether it be because of health, whatever is bothering me, may just be Verizon. I don't know. Whatever I'm letting bother me, I'm going to write down, and I'm going to write a good thing counterpoint to it. And I mean, today I can tell you, okay, so today I woke up in a fine mood because of my little grandson, and then turned into a really bad mood because of this ongoing ridiculous litigation with Don Henley, which is a nightmare, and always puts me in the foulest of moods anytime I have to deal with anything legal like that. So I write down all the things that are negative in the whole Don Henley thing in my head, my fears, whatever the plus, I mean, I write down, not long. This doesn't have to be a big, intense thing. And then I wrote down, but good things. My little grandson's coming. And you can do a bunch of them. You can do one that's really eating away at you and just kicking your ass. And then you write something that's just a counter. It even can be just like last week I made connection with my friend Vico after 30 some odd years, and it was the most heartwarming thing. Now that on that day I had a bad thing that was bugging away at me, but then I said, oh my God, I got back together with Vico and I haven't seen her forever. We didn't have a fight or anything, it was just distance. There is something good to be found in every day. And I don't always talk that way. I write that way, but I don't always talk that way, and I don't always feel that way. I have to force myself now to think that way. But you can reprogram your brain, and writing things down does make that happen. So I guess on this New Year's Eve, I would say bad things, good things. You can do it. You could even do one for the year. What were the things that really just bugged the shit out of you? And what were the great things that happened to you? And you end on the great things because you want to remember the great things. A lot of great things happened to me this year. A lot of shitty things happened this year, and a lot of great things happened this year. And that's life. But that's all of our lives in different ways, in different forms. We don't all get the same stuff. We don't all get the same bad stuff. We don't all get the same good stuff. But I find the way of the pen and paper and getting it out of here and there kind of eradicates it. And it gives it a context that you can look on. So that's my New Year's gift to you. Try some bad things, good things. Even if it's in your head. Just when a bad thing comes in, go, what's a good thing I can counteract? What's a good thing I can counteract it? What's a good thing I can erase it with? It's all we can do because these are really hard times, and I don't think they're any easier. But there's always a flower somewhere growing. So that sounded kind of corny, but hell, it's New Year's Eve. Corny plays. Please be safe. Please don't drink and drive. Have a good time. Hug someone you love. And if you're alone, think that maybe you won't be alone next year. And in the meantime, I give you all a hug. I thank all of you who donated to my New York Cares Coat Drive. That'll be a separate blog, but I do want to thank you all. And I want to thank you all for tuning in, commenting, being there. It means a lot. Okay, take care. And let's march it in 2026.